Hey everybody, it's Chris. Hope you are having a fantastic Friday. And I don't know why I'm nervous for today's episode. I haven't been nervous for any of the other ones, but I'm nervous about today. So hope you all are okay with this, and I hope that you enjoy it. And today we're going to be talking about the 7 things that I learned last week while I was away masterminding. Actually, Robin and I were away masterminding. It was our first time away from the kids together, which was terrifying in itself, but it all worked out. It was amazing, and a huge thank you to everybody in our family that came and helped us out with that. But we're big on business growth, and it's one of the things that we have to do if we're going to keep growing and keep doing a good job for our clients and customers. So out there we were masterminding, and when we got there, one of the first things that they always do is, like, it's a very small event, like there was 12, 13 people in the room, something like that. And they always start by like going around the room, and you have to say like who you are, what you do, and like why you're there. The kind of like the big thing that you want to take away from the event. And so we're sitting there, and around the table there's a dude who's got a direct sales company that employs over 400 salespeople, like 400 full-time salespeople in his business. One of the other guys was a business broker, so he helps businesses buy and sell and do like mergers and acquisitions and stuff like that. And in the like low cap space, he does a ton of business in that space. There was a New York Times best-selling author, and like a real New York Times best-selling author who's like basically a household name, sitting just right on the other side of the table. There's a couple of guys, one guy running a 7-figure like coaching business, putting people in their rooms, teaching them 8-figure coaching businesses. And then like those were just the people that were there to learn and to mastermind. That doesn't include the 2 guys that were running the event. So the caliber in the room was phenomenal, which without even learning anything leads me to my first point, and that is to never be the smartest person in the room. That's kind of one of the things that I pride myself on, because I know that if I ever go into a situation and I am the smartest guy in the room, it means that I'm not growing. It means that I'm not reaching for that next level. It's about getting outside of your comfort zone, because that's where a lot of the growth happens. You know what I mean? You got to get into that place where you're uncomfortable if you want to move to the next level. So never be the smartest in the room, and always pay for education. It's not oftentimes that in a free scenario you can get to that point where you get that one thing that helps you break through and get to the next level, or whatever it is that you're looking for. So make sure that you're willing to invest in your education. That's a big trend moving forward to 2018. So with that, I started kind of just watching what was happening in the room, and picked up some little nuggets that I wanted to bring back and share with you here. So our second takeaway from today is, without leads and marketing, there is no business. So we all believe that we are in the mortgage business, and our job is to actually fund mortgages and close loans, right? And that is absolutely true. Give a phenomenal experience to your mortgage customers. But if there are no customers to actually get a mortgage for, there is no business. So at the very core of whatever it is that you do, whatever business that you're in, you are in the marketing business. You are in the business of getting clients and customers. Then you get to do the thing that you got into the business for, whether it's helping people fund a loan or whatever it is, but you have to do the marketing to get the customers first. So we are all marketers first. Then we are business owners and all those sorts of things. And sometimes it's easy to lose sight of that. So number 2 takeaway was, without leads and marketing, there is no business. And that leads to number 3. Every single person in the room was running Facebook ads. Every single business was running Facebook ads. But the thing that I thought was really interesting was that most of them had no idea how it worked. They knew they were getting leads from Facebook. They knew how much they were paying for those leads, and they knew what their cost to acquire a customer was and what the return on investment was. They had no idea what the ads looked like, right? It fit the brand, but they had somebody that was doing it for them. They were just investing in that platform, and they all had multiple traffic sources all driving through their business. They knew the metrics, but they weren't in there messing around with that stuff. We were the only we were the only marketing agency in the room, right? So we should know how to do this stuff, right? So They were all getting online traffic. They were all running Facebook ads. They were all either driving Google traffic or interested in SEO, but none of them were actually doing the work. And I thought that that was really valuable for you because, again, in the mortgage business, your core thing is funding loans, staying up with all the changes that are happening in the business, making sure that you are compliant, right? All of those wonderful things, not actually running the ads. I apologize, I got a bunch of notifications popping up there. Okay, now the fourth takeaway, we kind of touched on it there, is always know the metrics. Every single person in the room, which I thought was really interesting, and this includes myself, every single person in the room was willing to scale and wanted to scale an advertising platform where if you could put $1 in and return $1 out, that would be scalable, right? And the whole methodology behind that and the thinking behind that is that if you can acquire a customer at break even or better, your business is phenomenal, right? You're exceptional at what you do. I know many of you personally, and I know the time and effort and dedication that you put into providing a phenomenal mortgage experience for your customers, okay? That process will get that person to come back again. It will get them to give you referrals. Most mortgage professionals that I talk to, the core of their business is referrals from past customers. So if you're playing the long game, right, and you're investing in your career and you want to have a large business in the future, if you can acquire a customer today for neutral and know that that person is going to come back 2 or 3 times over their lifetime to you, plus refer 4, 5, 6, 7 friends over the lifetime of their relationship with you, the acquisition at neutral actually has a humongous return on investment when you look at the lifetime value of that customer. And we need to look at our businesses like that. If we can acquire those customers, next year we'll be better. Next year we will be growing because of the positive acquisition in this year, and then scale that as much as you can. Scale it with advertising, scale it with process, scale it with everything in your business. So I thought that was also valuable for you. If you can acquire a customer at neutral, you're actually doing great. If you can acquire a customer at a profit, even better, which is what we're all about at Connection Incorporated, right? We want you immediately returning an ROI in the investment in your marketing and advertising, and then scaling it from there. So that's our fourth takeaway. Our fifth takeaway from the event is that they all pay other people that are smarter than them. And I heard this, it was almost like a theme throughout the event that it was, I don't know how to do that, but I've got somebody that's really good at that. And that's where a lot of the sharing happened in the group, like, hey, I've got this problem. I know somebody that can help you. Call this person, pay this person over here, pay this person over here to solve that problem for you. And it was this phenomenal experience because there were so many high-level, super intelligent people in the room. And me being, one of the younger guys in the room, one of the, I consider not the smartest guy in the room by any means. And to hear these people so selflessly saying, hey, you know what? I don't have all the answers. I don't know the answer to that problem, but I know who can help you. Call this person. And, sharing that resource, but knowing that they couldn't solve all the problems. And that leads us to our next thing. And this was advice that was given directly to me because I came to the group and I thought that I had a problem with something that was going on in our business. And we talked about this on the webinar yesterday. But if you weren't there, in a nutshell, I'm a little bit of a control freak about our experience when our clients come into our business and when our advertising goes out into the marketplace and we're growing, we're scaling, we're building sales, we're building all these systems, right? And I'm very kind of over controlling, and I'm getting better at that, at wanting to make sure that our customers have this phenomenal experience. And so I was explaining how that was important to me and how I wanted to make sure that our core values stayed intact throughout the scale of the organization that we're going through right now. And a very, very smart individual in the room turned and looked at me and he said, could you hire somebody that you could instill those core values in? Or do you have somebody in the organization already that you can empower to teach those values to other people so that you don't have to do it, but you can maintain the consistency? And I said, yes, absolutely. Like, immediately, 4 staff members that we have that are absolutely phenomenal could do that better than me. Right? And I had this aha moment. And he turned to me and he said, you know what, Chris? If you can write a check to solve a problem, you don't actually have a problem. And I'd never heard it explained quite like that before. And that's not my quote. It definitely taken from somebody much wiser than myself. But I kind of had this aha moment. If you're in your mortgage business and there's something that you don't enjoy doing, right? And you may not necessarily be the best at it. If you take that work off your plate, you can then take the time that you've freed up to go out and invest in other places in your business where you can create growth. You can meet with more referral partners. You can call more of your past customers. You can do more coffee appointments. You can generate more referrals. You can do all of these things if, let's say, processing and actually like talking to underwriters and filing paperwork and stuff like that. If you don't enjoy doing that and you can outsource that, if you can write a check to bring somebody and do that stuff, you can make far more income by going out and actually building the business to cover that person plus much more. So in going into 2018 and looking at building and growing your business, make sure that you keep that in mind, all right? There's these problems that you'll run into next year that aren't actually problems. They're opportunities. And if you realize that you can write a little check and solve that problem, make sure that you take that route or at least explore it, right? It's certainly worth exploring. And the final thing, the seventh thing that I took away from the event, which we've known and that Robin and I have done a phenomenal job in my own opinion at really getting good at, is knowing your why, right? If you don't know why you're going to work every day and what the end result is in your life and taking a holistic look at, okay, why do I do what I do? Why do I take the time to go on Facebook and potentially embarrass myself or be uncomfortable or be, scared to get out here and put myself out like this? Why do we do it? It's because of Robin, my wife, and Liam, my son, and Emily, my daughter. Those are my why, my core values of providing for them and giving them opportunity in life. That's incredibly important to me, and it's incredibly powerful for me. And I actually discovered through this little exercise that we did that I have 4 really serious whys in my life, why I love doing what I do. I don't feel like I have to work at all. I mean, I get to hang out with cool people, be here, work with incredible staff. Like, life is amazing because I've got my why dialed in, and I want that for you too. So here's my 4 big whys. So I've already been through the first one. It's my family. Absolutely, hands down. They are why I do what I do and why I'm so thankful for all of this. Number 2 is our team. I am so blessed that we've had these incredible people just come from all different sources and walks of life to come to Connection Incorporated, and we've been able to gel into this incredible culture and incredible organization. And with it be, leading up to Christmas, this is the last day before Christmas break goes away, we've been able to have this incredible, thank you for what it is that you do here. And our team is a huge part of my why, because we empower all of our employees to work from home or work remote in a remote workspace. Our core values are that our family comes first, and we get to do a really kick-butt job for our clients and customers. They get to enjoy what they do every day, and if they're not happy, we'll find something that really lights them up and empowers them and have them work on that, right? We've been able to build something that's really cool. And again, I think the reason that we've been able to do that as a company and as an organization is because our people are a big part of our why. It's our family first, right? Our people second, and the third is our customers, right? For us to be able to get on the phone with a client and say, hey, look, I'm closing 40 to 50% of the people that call my business, and I'm going to fund 6 loans this month that I wouldn't otherwise without your service. My return on investment is 4 times or 5 times what I invest in you guys. That's amazing. I mean, for a lot of people, it's not life-changing, but it's a significant amount of income at the end of the year that customer wouldn't have if we weren't passionate about what we do and really good at what we do. And that trickles through the whole organization. That makes our customers happy. It makes our people happy. It makes me happy. It makes our family happy, right? All of these things, they all tie together. And when they're all cohesive, that why becomes so powerful. And then the fourth thing, and the fourth why that's super important, is you, right? You may not be a client or a customer. You may not be a staff member. I'm assuming you're probably not a staff member. But being able to share the amount of information that we do and constantly get feedback throughout the year like, hey Chris, I took that Google webinar, I implemented and I got results, or I took that Facebook strategy that you taught me and I'm getting more referrals, or I've closed an extra X number of deals per month. When I'm able to do that, give that for free and help people, that makes a huge impact in how we feel about what we do, and that's part of what lights me up in the morning. Not everybody is going to buy from us, and that's okay. We're still out there providing value, helping people run better businesses, and helping people provide richer lives for their families. And at the end of the day, if we can just do that, boy, life is good. So I share that with you to help you walk through the process of finding what your why is. You know, why are you in the mortgage business? Why are you in the business that you're in? And what's the end goal? At the end of the day, when you clock out at 5 or 6 or 7, let's face it, we're entrepreneurs. Sometimes you don't clock out, right? You know what I mean? Like sometimes you work right till you can't anymore. You go to sleep, you wake up, and go at it again the next day. You know what I mean? What's your why? And with the holidays upon us, maybe spend some time with your why and ruminate on that. So with that, I did want to say thank you so much for being a fan on the Facebook page, being one of our clients or customers, being one of the people that's helping with our information. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the shares. I just wanted to say happy holidays. I love y'all, and hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and we'll be back probably January 2nd or January 3rd for y'all, dropping some new videos and some new information. I've already got some incredible stuff planned for you. So Joshua, what's up, man? Hope all is well, and I'm looking forward to having you, and much love to you and your family over the holidays. With that, we're going to bounce off, get to our next meeting, and then maybe duck out of the office a little bit early and get home to the kiddos. So, all right, happy holidays, everybody, and we'll see you soon. Later.